Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and today we want to take you through how to build your plank. If you can't even hold a plank yet, we will get you there. So, the very first thing you want to think about is just creating tension in positions that you can actually hold. So the very first thing Jenny's going to do is just go into an all fours position. Then from there, she's going to think about trying to pull her hands down towards her knees, but without them moving. So she's looking to try and feel a little bit of something going on in her tummy. So she's looking to feel a bit of tension. From there, you can start to hold that position and just get used to it and see what you're like. It's a good idea to film yourself when you do this and make sure that your back's not rounded and your hips aren't just sagging down. You're looking to get a nice neutral position so that your back should look nice and straight. Once you can start to hold that, you can start to progress it on so that you're on your knees, but walk yourself out a little bit further, and then you're making the 2 points that you're trying to bring together a little bit further away. So it's going to make it that little bit more challenging. So ideally you want to be able to hold this for about 30 seconds before you start to progress. And you can do this from the hands, or if you needed to, you can do it from down the elbows. They both have benefits. The main thing is that you pick something that you can spend time in and that you can really focus on building tension. So imagine you have a ball in between these 2 points and you're trying to squish the ball as much as you can. Once you've got the hang of that, you can then progress into the full plank variation, which would be with the feet on the floor and the elbows on the floor. And the same idea applies here. You're trying to imagine that you're bringing the elbows down then towards the feet, and you should feel nice tension in your tummy whenever you do this. And your back you want to have nice and flat. From there you can start to increase the tension even more by closing your hands and squeezing your fists, squeezing your bum a little bit as well, and then really imagine you're really trying to squish that ball, you're trying to burst that ball. That's the way you can start to build up the tension. When you get the hang of this is your standard plank. Then you can start to play a bit more. You can start to lift limbs up, so you can lift the leg up, you can lift the other leg up, you can start to lift the hands up if you shift the weight a little bit, and you're trying to maintain this back position as you disassociate the limbs from each other. So great way to start training yourself how to keep a braced core while moving limbs as well. So it's very important when it comes to things like lifting weights. So make sure you pick one that you can build up on and then progress on. So always try the one that's a little bit further down and then bring yourself back there and then build up from there. The way to do the same thing with the side plank, Jenny lies down on her side for me. So basically now you're going to use your 2 points of contact, the elbow and the hip. And all she's going to do is just boom. Imagine she's squeezing the ball down in between her lat, and that's going to build up that bit of tension there. She's feel this in the oblique. Hold that for time, and again, think about building the tension. So you can even start to pull a little bit more, and you'll feel it even more when you've built up that strength. So this could take a week or 2 weeks, and you can practice this stuff as often as you like. You can do it every day if you want. You're not going to burn yourself out doing planks, trust me. From there, when you've got the hang of that, see, can you go from the knee? So she's going to lift the hips up now, try and have a nice straight line through the hips, then see, build that tension again and see how you get on. From here, if you're able to hold that okay, you can start to play around with the top leg and lift the top leg up a little bit. See if you can hold that without the hips dropping down. So it's a big thing for like fundamental core strength. If you were to lift something up and you were to lose position, then you need to spend more time working on that. From there, the full side plank position would be the feet staggered, so one foot slightly in front of the other one. So you're feeling a bit of weight through the inside of the top leg and a bit of weight through the outside of the bottom leg, and then this is your full side plank position. So it's very important that you build yourself up to being able to hold this. And then from there you can start to play again, you can start to lift limbs, you could march on the spot, you can turn the head left and right, you can even do stuff with the arms. Then that's going to show that you have really good core strength and that you're able to move the limbs without losing a position. So very important to do. Make sure the side plank variation you do it on both sides, and if you notice that one side is a little bit weaker than the other one, then spend more time on that side, and that's going to help you avoid any silly little imbalances that can happen over time. So take your time building up the progressions, practice every day until you're able to easily do the harder variations, and your core strength will be absolutely awesome.